Hey guys, today I have a very exciting video for you guys, or I think it's super exciting because I found a dupe for the Anastasia contour kit, Anastasia Beverly Hills contour kit, and this is what it looked like. It's all fancy like, and I found a dupe for it, and I bought of this. That's not a sentence. I bought this on Amazon, and the contour kit is 40 smackaroonies, $40 on Ulta, Sephora, Anastasia, a couple other places, and this bad boy is only 30. Now, okay, I know. I'm not going to call this video a dupe video because I feel like dupe is more like inexpensive. I mean, a dupe is basically anything that's like a duplicate of the product, but I feel bad calling this a dupe video. And I don't want people clicking on this video expecting me to find like a $5 dupe. It's 30. So, I mean, it's not cheap, but it's more inexpensive than the Anastasia one. And there are certain aspects of this palette that I actually like better than this one. So yeah, I figured I would do this video. I will be doing a contour kit comparison, comparing these two along with two other contour kits, doing kind of mini reviews of each, and then saying, you know, which one is good for whatever purpose you are looking for or whatever. So I'm going to be comparing these two. I have all my notes written down in my little fancy notebook. So yeah. First, start off with the price. The Anastasia one is $40 and the Aesthetica one is $30. Now, I bought mine off of Amazon. Now, if you go to the Aesthetica website, it's $60. Do not pay $60 for this, okay? If you are really that interested in this palette, just get the Anastasia one. Save yourself 20 bucks. But I was able to find this on Amazon for $30. If you have Prime shipping, you can get it to your house in 2 days. It's pretty sweet. Anyways. So these kits are both $30, and I forgot to mention before, I'm actually wearing the Anastasia kit on this half of my face and the Aesthetica kit on this half of my face, and I will tell you what I did to achieve the contoured, highlighted look I have going on now. First, with the packaging, also very similar in size. The Aesthetica one is like a hair taller, in case you can tell. And as far as thickness, they are the same. The packaging is nearly identical. It's in the black cardboard package. Inside, you get your 3 highlighting and your 3 contour shades, except the Aesthetica one, you get a mirror. With Anastasia, you do not. And these are all magnetic pans. So you can pop these into a Z palette, you can pop these into a Z palette. So it's pretty sweet. So first for the Aesthetica one, it says that it's 17.28 grams. I, being the mathematician that I am, divided that, or I rounded up to 18 grams. And if you do 6 divided by 18, it's approximately 3 grams per pan. Now the thing is, it is a little bit less than 3, but you're getting approximately 3 grams of product in each pan. Where, if you compare it to the Anastasia one, this one has, it says each one is 3.0 grams, 0.11 ounces. So you are getting a little bit more product in here than in here, but honestly, it doesn't really seem that way to me. Like, the pans are the same size, they look pretty much identical, so you're basically getting the same amount of product in each. The shades that are in the Aesthetica one, the thing is with the Aesthetica palette is that it comes with like a little booklet that has the names of the products, but that's it. Like, they aren't on the back of the pans or anything, or on the back here, but I did write the name on the back of each pan just so I knew, and I wrote them down. So the names of the shades are Cameo, Radiance, Glow, Sunkissed, Picture Perfect, and Flawless. For the Anastasia one, you get Vanilla, Banana, Sand, Java, Fawn, and Havana. Also with the Anastasia one is on the website, you can actually buy the refill pans. You can buy these pans and also more shades, and I know that the Anastasia came out with a medium to tan, and then actually I think it might have come out with a third, like a tan to deep, but I could be totally wrong about that. So again, the Aesthetica one, you can't buy refills, but the Anastasia one, you can. If you were to decide to buy the Aesthetica refills, you could, buy the Aesthetica palette, you could always buy the Anastasia refill pans off the Anastasia website and pop them in here if you used up one of these shades. Just an idea. Now, for the Aesthetica contour kit, what I noticed is that actually for both contour kits, I noticed that the matte highlighters have a very different consistency than the contour shades and the shimmery highlighters. And they're kind of opposites from each other. Let me explain. For the Aesthetica contour kit, I found that the two matte highlighters that are here, which are these two, are a little bit drier in consistency compared to the shimmery highlighter and the three contour shades. And with the Anastasia contour kit, I noticed that the two matte highlighting shades are very creamy and that the shimmery highlighter and the three contour shades are a little bit drier in texture. Now that's not to say that for both of these products, they both blend beautifully, they both apply beautifully, they're both very pigmented, but that's just a little something I noticed, which is kind of weird how, you know, some shades can be a little bit creamier than others. So what I did for my look for the left side of my face, I used the two matte highlighters under my eyes to brighten, and then I took the shimmery highlighter on the tops of my cheekbones, and I used the middle shade here to kind of bronze along the hairline, temple, jawline area. I contoured my cheekbones with this shade, and then I deepened the contour with the darkest shade, and I did the exact same thing on this side with the same products. So I took the two matte highlighters, put them under my eye, took the shimmery highlighter, put it on my cheekbones. The middle shade here, I dusted on my hairline, temples, jawline, contoured with this shade, deepened my contour with this shade. I'm also going to do swatches so I can show you guys the color comparison. So these, oops. So I'm going to go shade by shade. So I'm going to first start off with the dupe for Anastasia's Vanilla. This one is the Aesthetica one, and this one is the Anastasia one. Aesthetica, Anastasia. As you can tell, they are very similar. The Aesthetica one is slightly chalky, as you can tell just by looking at it. But honestly, when I'm applying it with a brush, I don't really notice that, and I find that it just blends beautifully. Like, I don't notice it being really chalky. It's only when I touch it, like, with my finger, that it, like, if I swatch it, it feels a little chalky. And I feel that way about both of the matte highlighters and the Aesthetica palette, but also that's how I feel about the contour shades and the shimmery highlighter in the Anastasia contour kit. When you touch them with your finger, they feel kind of chalky, but when you apply them, they are pigmented, they're beautiful, they like blend wonderfully, and they just are all around really nice shades, and they don't look chalky on the skin or anything like that. Next, I have the dupe for the banana shade in the Anastasia palette. Again, this finger is Aesthetica, and this finger is Anastasia. So, there you go, Aesthetica and Anastasia. Again, very similar in shade. Now, this is where I notice a little bit of a difference for the Aesthetica highlighter and the Anastasia highlighter. The Anastasia highlighter is a little bit more yellow toned, and the Aesthetica one is a little bit more pink toned. But the reason I actually wore these shades on my face today was so you can kind of see. I mean, it's kind of hard to see on camera, but up close, you really can't see a difference when they're blended out on the skin. So this is the Aesthetica and this is the Anastasia. As you can tell, the Anastasia one is a little bit warmer, but you don't really notice too much of a difference when they're blended on the skin. I found that there was more of a difference with the contour shades than the highlighting shades. So next is the dupe for Anastasia's Java. So I have Aesthetica here and Anastasia there. Fawn. These two are like spot on dupes for one another. And I would say I noticed the biggest difference with the dupe in the Aesthetica palette for Anastasia's Havana. You can definitely tell a difference with this one. I found that Havana was a lot darker, not a lot, but significantly darker in this palette than in this palette. I don't know why, but for some reason the Aesthetica swatches are coming off really chalky, and they aren't at all. I'm just not doing a very good job swatching. So yeah, that's probably the biggest difference, is the two darkest shades. The Havana shade is actually a lot darker than in the shade that's a dupe for Havana in the Aesthetica contour kit. But like I said, on the skin, you cannot tell a difference. I contoured pretty deeply with both of those shades. Well, it's not really that, like, dark of a contour, but you can't really tell a difference between the two shades when they're on the face. So, to wrap this whole long video up, I would say get the Aesthetica one if you can buy it off of Amazon for $30. If you cannot, then I'd stick with Anastasia. They are both really good, and I would recommend both of them. You don't need both, though, but, I mean, I think they're both really great, and I definitely wanted to do this video for those of you who were kind of unsure about, you know, whether you should spend the $40 and get this one, or maybe try something a little bit cheaper. Also, on the back of the Aesthetica one, a little bonus Jonas here, is that they have contouring instructions, like detailed as heck contouring instructions. So, for each part of your face, pretty much. So that is really nice. So this is especially great for beginners because you have it all mapped out for you on the back. So that is my review comparison of these two bad boys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope it was helpful. If it was, please give this video a big old thumbs up and leave any video requests down below. I will see you all in my next video.